And we're live. What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys so much for watching here tonight. So we have Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final between Boston and St. Louis in St. Louis taking place. Nice to see so many people already here right at the beginning. What's going on, Vaughn? Hey, TTC. What's up, Fire Strike? Hey, Jake. Hey, N-Dog. Hockey fan. What's going on, guys? Thank you guys so much for watching. What's up, Brandon? Hey, Ben. What's going, man? Chris is here. Look at this. We got a huge group here already before the game even starts. Yeah, I can tell that you're a hockey fan, man. You just changed it to Bruins fan. That's awesome. Goal Horns is here. What's good, Goal Horns? I'm doing pretty well. How are you? Yeah, I did, Vaughn. I apologize for that. I did lie about Game 2. I didn't end up streaming during Game 2. That's my fault. I'm sorry. But I'm here for Game 4. Game 3. Let's talk about Game 3 because I was not home at all Saturday night. But Game 3 was an absolute beat down by the Bruins on St. Louis. And I was honestly, I was shocked. I did not expect to see a game like that in these finals. I thought both of these teams were too good for that. And both of these teams were too evenly matched to have a game like that. I was not expecting to see a blowout of that level. But man, Boston just absolutely destroyed St. Louis in Game 3. So that makes this game really, really important because if the Blues lose tonight, they're down 3-1 going back to Boston. That is not a situation that they want to find themselves in. So that, while it's not technically a must-win game tonight for St. Louis, it pretty much is because if they go back to Boston down 3-1, I think the series is pretty much over. So this is a huge game tonight for St. Louis. They've got to make sure they don't drop both games at home, and they at least can head back to Boston with a 2-2 series tie. So this should be a fantastic game tonight, hopefully a lot better than Saturday night. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that. Yeah, Bruins killed the Blues. I loved it, Goal Horns. It was awesome. Great Instagram content. Yeah, my ceremony ended up going long for Game 2, so I ended up going to Hot Take Hockey's stream and just hung out there for a while. Yeah, I didn't see much of Game 3 either, Vaughn. I saw a little bit of it on an iPad, but that was it, so I did not see much of it. Yes, the Bruins beat the Canucks in 2011 for sure. What's going on, Sal? Behind the Arc Basketball is in the house. Remember, if you're a basketball fan, to check out Behind the Arc Basketball and give him a sub. That's my buddy Sal's channel. Great to have you here, Sal. Yeah, you can root for whatever team you want, Fire Strike. If you want the Blues to win, then root for the Blues. I'm rooting for the Bruins because the Bruins are my team, and we're 2 wins away from the Stanley Cup, baby. So let's go. Hey, Ben's on summer break. Nice, man. I'm sorry to hear that you were sick. I hope you feel better soon. But congratulations on summer vacation because that is obviously awesome. Everyone loves summer vacation. I think the Blues have a very good chance of having a bounce back game tonight. I don't know what the score is going to be, but I do think that the Blues are going to have a bounce back game tonight. What's going on, Transportation Land? What's going on, Scott? Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, Bennington really is Bennington was terrible in Game 3, but he's the reason the Blues have made it this far for sure. Hey, Vaughn's done with school until August, so he's on summer vacation. Awesome. Congratulations, Vaughn. Glad you're feeling better, Ben. Oh, Fire Strike. That's classic. N-Dog's done with school. Yeah, I hope the Blues don't bounce back, but I do think that they are going to have a bounce back game tonight. This game should be close. Who has the best fan base in the NHL? I mean, that is a very subjective question. pretty much everyone's going to say whatever fan base they're a part of. And N-Dog, I'm glad no more homework during streams. So, yeah, Scott's been done with school for quite a while now. Oh, I'm sure everyone in Toronto is cheering for the Blues. I'm sure. All right, guys. So both teams are out on the ice because I started this a little bit late. Start at 8:15 instead of at 8. So we don't have so much time to kill at the beginning. Teams look ready, are on the bench and almost ready to go. Just anthems, and then we'll have the start of the game. But before we start this game, let's see how many likes we can get on this video before the game starts. So while they're doing the anthem right now, everybody, if you're enjoying this stream or hope to enjoy this stream, please give it a thumbs up and hit that like button. It really helps out a lot with the channel and really would mean a lot to me if you could help out by just one click. Just give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel if you're not yet a subscriber. That is the #1 thing you can do to help any channel on YouTube is subscribe. So I would greatly appreciate it if you could all sub if you're not yet already a subscriber, which most of you, by looking at the names in the chat, already are. But we got the anthem, and then it's game time. Yes, Panther, I have the hat on backwards. Honestly, that usually means I'm in a really good mood. When the hat goes on backwards, I'm in a good mood. So I'm really excited for tonight. I just got home actually. I had a meeting for marching band where we were planning the show for next year for in August and September of next year. We start planning way ahead, and that went really well, and I had a lot of fun at that tonight. So I'm in a really good mood. The hat's on backwards. I got the Bud Light ready to go, and it's just about time for the game to start. So tonight should be a great night. Hopefully we all have a great stream. And we'll see what happens. We need a rip in the chat for Manchester. The Manchester Monarchs are no more. So I'll put a rip in there for Manchester. Oh, damn, Vaughn. I did not know that. One of your classmates went to jail. That's ridiculous because he robbed a car. What an idiot. That's just such a stupid thing to do. I know I missed a lot in the chat while I was talking there, guys. We're going to do a lot of trade talk, Aaron, as once the season comes to an end and we get back towards the draft when teams start really trading again. And yeah, apparently Line is going to explore more options. I've read the report that he might want out of Winnipeg. That's really interesting. Aaron says Boston's going to win the cup. I certainly hope so. Yeah, I've heard some interesting Line A rumors for sure. The game on Saturday was boring, N-Dog says. So, yeah, I didn't get to see much of that. But with such a blowout, I'm sure it was. My favorite college team is Providence College. I go to a few of their games. And I really like PC. And now my sister is going to PC. She just graduated high school on Saturday, and she's going to Providence College. So PC, definitely my #1 team. All right, here we go. We are underway now. Boston with the puck in their own end after the opening faceoff went to St. Louis. And Boston gets in on the forecheck here. We are underway. Do I hate Harvard University? I wouldn't say hate, but they are definitely not one of my favorite teams. And Rask with an early save and cover there. So don't make fun of Saskatoon. Yeah, we got a rip. We got plenty of rips in the chat for Manchester. Yeah, Tuukka Rask. Rask has been absolutely phenomenal in these playoffs. Yeah, I guess we're synced up, N-Dog, for the game. Yeah. No, I do not go. I did not go to PC, but my sister is. And I go to the Province Bruins games all the time, Jack, like a lot every year. And the Blues score already. Ryan O'Reilly already. I told you this was not going to be a repeat. This was never going to be a repeat of this was never gonna be a blowout the same way that game 3 was. St. Louis was gonna come out so much better than that. And they already have. Ryan O'Reilly on the wraparound, and Rask just doesn't get over in time. He just can't get there in time, and no one was back there for Boston. Wow. So less than a minute into the game, we already have St. Louis up 1-0 here. That's a huge goal. St. Louis needed to respond after the way that game 3 went, and they have early in this game. And of course, it was one of their best players and one of their leaders in Ryan O'Reilly who does it. So I am not surprised to see O'Reilly step up there, and St. Louis is up already. Golden State or Toronto, I don't care at all about basketball, but definitely Golden State definitely Toronto, just so Golden State doesn't win again. Yeah, Warriors are just a no. So here comes Boston now out of their zone, and they dump it in on Binnington. Binnington plays the puck and tries to get it to one of his defensemen, but can't do it. And Boston's now in on the forecheck. So Binnington basically gave that puck away. And now the Backus is out there with Coyle and Johansson, and they're possessing the puck here, and the puck comes out for Boston, so they have to regroup in the neutral zone. John Moore with a dump back in, and St. Louis clears it out. Pat Maroon is offsides, and that play is whistled dead with 18:06 left in the first. This building right now in St. Louis is loud, very, very loud. Yes, Vaughn, I did see it, and I believe I did vote in it as well, Vaughn. Yeah, St. Louis has had a good start, and I expected them to. After the way that game 3 went, I thought St. Louis would come out really firing, and they have, and they've got the lead because of it. No goal horns, not at all. I am very glad Ryan Donato is no longer a Bruin. And yeah, the NBA is garbage. So I'm going to crack open the beer now and see how the rest of this game goes. But Boston in on the forecheck here. The Bergeron's out on the ice. Bergeron line is out on the ice. I think I skipped the line word. Now here comes St. Louis. Race for the puck. And Barbashev backhands it well wide. Boston trying to get it out, and they do, but it goes to Pietrangelo in the neutral zone. No, I think John Tavares just did what he wanted to do. He wanted to go home, and that's what he did. No, I don't think Boston's going to re-sign Marcus Johansson, and I really don't think they should. Coyle still has another year on his contract, and they're obviously keeping Coyle. Johansson, Johansson's played a lot better recently, obviously. He had a very rough start to his time with the Bruins, but unless they can get him on a super cheap contract, I think that they got to use their cap space more wisely than that. They've got a lot of young players that they're going to have to sign long-term deals for coming up in the next couple of years. So I think they got to be a little more. They got to be a little more judicious with their cap space. And Johansson is a guy that I think that, while I'm very happy that he's on the team now and producing, I think that he's a guy that can hopefully win a cup here and then leave at the end of the season. I can't stand the NBA. Absolutely hate it. And yeah, Chara, I'm ready for Chara to retire as well, but he'll be able to stay in Boston as long as he wants to. He is an absolute god here. But I think Chara might go at the end of this season. If not, next year will definitely, I think, be his last season. Here comes Boston. A nice play there by Carl Gunnarsson to stop that puck from getting to Jake DeBrusk, who would have had a grade A opportunity. And no icing there on St. Louis, so McAvoy's going to get the puck behind the net and start the breakout for the Bruins. And he turns the puck over. Very, very bad turnover there from Charlie McAvoy. Luckily, Boston... Oh, McAvoy misplays the puck again. What is going on with McAvoy? And Boston still can't get the puck out. So this is when Boston gets in real trouble. And Rask has it. That was very, very close to being another St. Louis goal. Rask had it between the legs, though. And it all started with a terrible turnover from Charlie McAvoy. And then Boston just could not get the puck out. I don't understand it. They just, once again, cannot get the puck out. When Chara retires, Patrice Bergeron will be the captain, and that's not even a question. There is no one else but Patrice Bergeron to be the captain. It's 1-0 Blues, Melissa.